Hey guys, Hank Saber from Saber Selections. It's been a little while since I gave you a deck profile. Been kind of caught up with some other things. Been dabbling in photography a little bit lately, as well as playing a lot of tennis for my tennis team, and just getting some cards together for different decks. Of course, I've been playing a lot of Klee. If you guys have been following me on Dueling Network lately, I've been playing a lot of Klee, and just I like playing this as well, and see what you guys think of it, because it has a lot of cool gizmos and stuff like that. And, well, that's enough Rambo Jambo. Let's get into the deck list and see what you guys think. So, start off the list, I play 3 copies of the structure deck Geargia. Geargia is kind of like your better searcher in this deck, a little bit better than Geargia Armor, which is the guy that we all knew and love throughout the last few years, but Geargia is kind of new to the scene. He's actually really good quick search. You can only special summon machine type monsters for the rest of the turn. You can't attack, so that's kind of a big drawback. But the reason I like this guy so much is that we run machine duplication, and the fact that this deck has such great searching ability is fantastic. And so the ability to just go search this, summon it, or go Geargia Arsenal, special this, machine duplication, target this, special the other 2 from the deck, and just have like a setup 2 or 3 Geargia X's is pretty good. So 3 of this guy. Then a little bit of a Saber Selection-esque pick is 2 copies of Geargia Armor. I like Geargia Armor still for the 1900 defense, but the fact that he's kind of slow, and slow cards are, really bad right now, let's be honest, with Trishula being a thing, and I mean, even slow extra deck monsters, like with Bryonic on the loose, it's just going to be tough, and so we have to kind of work around that. So we want to set this guy, first turn, but in the grind game, this guy could be kind of bad. Just take that into consideration. He used to be really good in grind, now he's kind of bad. So we run him at 2 now. I run the Lone Fire of the deck at 3. I run 3 Geargia Arsenal. I don't run Upstart Goblin because, well, this is kind of a little bit of a better Upstart Goblin. If you think about it, why would you give your opponent 1,000 life points when you can just go this and take a card out of your deck, which is kind of like the whole Hoban theory in general anyway. So just summon this, take a card out of your deck, and, well, just pretty good. So 3 of Arsenal, 3 Accelerator, 3 Race Car because, well, it's just really good for your OTKs. We are playing Geargia Karakuri, and this just helps make your synchros that much better, and easier. So we run 3 of him. Then we run, I do like the Geargia engine with Geargia Gear still being in my deck list. Excuse me if you don't like the deck, then you can just run something else, but I like the Geargia. So as I enjoy the Geargia, I run 1 copy of the first one, 2 copies of the second, and only 1 copy of the third. I think these guys, pretty good ratio. I like making the rank 3 and running through Mirror Forces and Valkyriuses, and being able to kind of walk through those kind of things is kind of cool, and in some cases can help protect OTKs and whatnot, and so I like the Geargia engine. So along with that, we'll get into the Karakuris. Not many Karakuris, just 3. 2 Watchdog, 1 Strategist, and of course the Gen X Alley Birdman. Birdman along with Geargia Accelerator, probably the most offensive cards in your deck, like the quickest cards. Just some crazy plays with this, and the Race Car of the deck, so it's just a phenomenal card. You cannot run this deck without it. So certainly your prime target for Gear Cross out of the deck, and, well, Gen X Alley Birdman staple in this deck. So that's that. And then for the final 3 monsters, I run Machine of Fortress. Now, Machine of Fortress, I cut originally, and then I put it back in because this guy put a lot of work in on Duel Network against so many decks that just search, like Necros, anything that would target this. I would just be able to look at their hand, discard a random card from their hand. Almost worked as a third Mind Crush, as we are maining 2 Mind Crush. This kind of works as the third, and so I really like Fortress, and 2,500 in the game is not bad, especially like against Ritual Beasts. The only thing they have to get over this is pretty much their Ulti Apelio, so I really like Fortress at the moment. And then the last 2 cards, opposed to running 2 Valor or 2 Maxi, I run 2 copies of Swift Scarecrow. Swift Scarecrow is just a great card. I might replace this for a Yuki Yosagi or whatever it's called, Ghost Rabbit or whatever, something like that. But for now, I like 2 Swift Scarecrow. It prevents you from being OTK'd, especially something like against Heroes. Heroes likes to OTK like no one's business with the Hero Lives and whatnot. So obviously, Swift Scarecrow, just a great card. You want to stop your opponent from killing you, and then, well, you kill them. So that's kind of cool, and we run that. So that's the monster lineup. And so into the spells now, we run 1 copy of Machine Duplication, Ulti of course, we run 1 Limiter Removal, just for OTKs, and then 3 copies of the MVP of the spell lineup, Iron Call. Iron Call is a great card. I see some people running it too, but I think 3 is just a necessity in the deck. I really like it, and you know what, it just makes for some really good OTKs, but also just to make a simple Geargia cross and, well, help getting your engine going. So, no pun intended. So, that's that. We then move on to the kind of more staple-ish spells into MST. So, now we run into the trap lineup a little bit quicker because we're running out of memory here. So, 1 Geargia Gear, obviously still going to run that. And then, like the MVP of the trap lineup in any deck, Mind Crush, you have to main 2. And then 2 Phoenix Chain really helps slowing them down, especially when you have a set Geargia armor, really helps. We run 1 Ring, 1 Vanities, 1 Torrential Tribute, 1 copies of Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 copy of the card that just fell on the ground, Solemn Warning, and 1 copy of Compulsory. So that's the trap lineup, pretty hefty trap lineup. I mean, like, I didn't, like, this, you expect it to be kind of a turbo deck. We do run a lot of traps, so just keep that in mind. And then, onto the extra deck. Last but not least, we run 2 copies of this guy, 2 copies of Geargia Cross. Now you really need to run 3. I tried running 3, just rather have room for other stuff. So your main searcher, just a way to get out Gen X Ellie Birdman. And then 1 Cross GNO. Maybe people don't even like consider running this at all, but I like it just to be running through things like Mirror Forces and whatnot. So that's that. Move on to the other rank 4s. We run 1 number 80 Rhapsody, this is for Valkyrius, being able to banish their stuff from their graveyard against Necros matchup. 1 Castell, 1 Extinction Knight, 1 Cowboy, 1 101. Then for the rank 3s, I run 1 Zenmains, and of course 1 Dracossack. That's it for the XZs, a lot of black cards there. And then for the Synchros, not many Synchros. I run 1 Beret. Many people run 2. I don't think 2 is necessary. As a replacement for the second one, I actually run 1 copy of Dark Strike Fighter. Just as good, you know, just as good damage-wise. You get guaranteed damage. It's like a synchro version of a Cowboy. So I kind of like this over the second one. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Tell me if I need another one. I also want to run 1 Black Rose. Black Rose is good for getting rid of back row and whatever they have on their field. Especially if you have normal summon yet, you can go off after that. And then of course to round it off, we run 2 copies of the Burrito. So that's it for the deck profile, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. If you liked it, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe, become a Saber Select. And of course, with that, be on the look for some more deck profiles here on Saber Selections. Tomorrow, probably Burning Abyss, maybe then another Noble Knight deck profile. Deleted the last one because I didn't really like it that much, and so I'm going to be giving you guys another one of that. I have now come up with a kind of good build, and, well, that's it for now. This is Hank Saber, signing off. Peace, guys.